Hi guys, it's me, Susan. It's day 34 of the Cancer Club. We just keep racking them up. I'm very happy to see you all again. Um, to, I don't have a lot to report today because it has not, well, here's what I'm going to tell you about. My feeling is it has not been a very productive day. I had a long list this morning that I made when I got up after having been in bed for like 12 hours, except for the 1 hour I got up and made my post last night, went back to bed. Then got up this morning, felt better, I thought. I had a meeting that I had to go to. I had to meet a realtor out at, I have a lake house that I'm trying to sell, and it's about 45 minutes from here, 45 minutes away, and I had an appointment to meet the realtor out there. And I really wanted to do that. I felt good enough to do that. But then when I knew I was in trouble when I had to go lie down for an hour to get up the energy to take a shower. That was kind of not a good sign. But I rallied. I went out there, met her, had a productive visit there, drove back to town, got back around noon, and now it's like almost 7:30. And I'm telling myself, you didn't do anything. You didn't do any of the stuff on your list. You did not have a productive day. You're like lazy, a bum. All the stuff that if somebody came into my office and presented with that, I would know immediately. I think I would know immediately what to say to them. So I'm going to do a little therapy session on myself for you to watch in case you ever do this. You may not, but many people do. You create expectations that aren't reasonable. Maybe you don't even know it at the time. You think they're reasonable when you make them. You're not trying to set yourself up to fail, but you have these expectations. Then you don't meet them, and then you start to feel bad, like you failed. Okay, the first thing we do normally is get upset with ourselves, or what happened, why did I do that, I have to try harder, kind of being unhappy with ourselves, okay? That is, I don't think that's one of the habits of highly effective people, as a matter of fact. I really don't. I think it's one of the habits of regular old dumb people who aren't used to really thinking through what they're expecting and whether it makes sense or not. So anyway, I would, if I were talking to me in my office, I would say, okay, well, is there any way you can revise what your expectations were so that you don't end up deciding that the whole day was a waste when in fact you did accomplish a number of things? You went on a 45-minute drive, had a 1-hour meeting, drove 45 minutes back, you cleared out a lot of email, you read an essay that a friend wrote and gave commentary on that. You tried a new soup. You made cream of zucchini soup today and had some of that to eat. And you had a nice nap for several hours as well, which is what I just got up from. Okay? The expectation that I should have done more has nothing to do, is totally disconnected with how I feel, what I really need, what I want, what my body wants. It's all just kind of superimposed ideas, okay? These are ideas of what I should accomplish. They aren't fair. If I had a friend, this is another thing I typically do with people that I'm working with. If you had a friend that was describing, let's say your friend said, okay, I've been on chemo for a week and I just got off yesterday. I felt really bad for the last 2 days. I felt kind of marginally better today. And I don't think I accomplished enough today. Would you say to that friend, yeah, I think you're right. You didn't accomplish very much. I think you should probably feel bad about yourself, because you should have done more. I don't think I would say that to a friend who was telling me that. In fact, I'd say, geez, it almost sounds like maybe you did a little too much maybe this morning. But certainly it's reasonable that you might feel tired and that you might feel like lying down. Sometimes you just got to do it. And it's perfectly fine, and you're perfectly fine. And yay for you, you're doing great. That's what I would say to somebody else. So that is what I am officially saying to myself right now, and you get to be my witness. There goes Jolie back there in the living room. Catch her. She's looking to see what kind of trouble she can get into. That's a conversation that I have in my head quite often, and you may too. I mean, you may be more highly evolved, and normally I am. I think I'm in a kind of weakened state right now, and that's part of why I'm doing that. I think overall I have been much more able to go with the flow, and but the weekend comes, and when you work full time, your weekend comes and you have all of these things on your list because you don't really get a chance to do them during the week, but especially this particular week with Franny, the fanny pack and everything, I haven't gotten to do things that I might have wanted to do, but it's like somehow we have these expectations that reality doesn't matter. It's just looks good on paper. There's your list. Those are all doable things, and we should do them. So that's my little confessional for tonight, and I'm now going to have some more soup. The cream of zucchini soup was really quite good. Thank all of my commenters. At this point, I'm having more people tell me that they're not able to comment than people who are commenting, and that's totally fine. I totally get that. I don't completely understand it. And you may have to sign up for a YouTube account, and some of you may not want to do that. It's free, but it's totally fine. I release everyone from every expectation that I need them to comment. I would love if you want to, but I totally get that it's a lot of people would like to and can't. I'm getting quite a few personal emails from people who are not able to comment, and I thank you all for that. I forgot one of my Red Hat sisters yesterday in my list of the gals at the Red Hat lunch. She wasn't there. Her name is Carol, but I don't want her to think that I left her out. She's a great lady. She was not able to attend. Let's see, went off and left a poinsettia, pretty poinsettia that the ladies had bought me, and so one of them is now fostering a poinsettia for me until I'm able to get it. But actually what I told her is, please give it to someone else. Let's pass it on. I don't need more stuff. I like the idea of giving things away at this point in my life rather than receiving things. So I'm happily going to start doing that as much as possible, and lighten the load. So I guess that's all. I can hear Jolie now in the other room chewing on one of my rubber sandals. So I'm going to have to go and see if I can salvage that from her. In the meantime, I'm going to remind you to live well, laugh often, and love much. And thanks for joining me in my little self-therapy session. I love you all, and I really appreciate the support and that all of you are watching, and I will see you tomorrow on the Cancer Club. Okay, bye now.